One thing I'd like to tell my mentor is that I would not be the person who I am today without him.
One thing I'd like to tell my mentor is just thank you for being there for me when I needed it the most.
One thing I'd like to tell my mentor, or my mentors, is I love them. I love them a lot for loving me, honestly.
One thing I'd like to tell my mentor is just thank you for everything, especially Stephanie. She's been there with me since 8th grade, and I really just appreciate all she's done for me.
One thing I'd like to tell my mentors is just thank you so much for being such a supportive, great person to me, and just kind of giving me guidance when no one else was able to.
One thing I would like to tell my mentor, especially Stephanie, is thank you for staying with us. We're terrible. We love you.
Thank you for keeping me on the path of God and being there when I needed you.
One thing I'd like to tell my mentor is, that I love them. I hope that our relationship lasts.
One thing I'd like to tell my mentors is thank you. Over the past 4 years, you guys have really done a lot for us and really just helped us grow closer to one another and grow closer to God.
I remember that one time when me and my group first really opened up to each other at a winter camp a couple years back, and it made me realize that these are the people that I wanted to be a part of my life.
I remember that one time when it was first camp in Point Loma, 6th grade, when we got in trouble in the first 5 minutes. We snuck into the tennis ball court.
I remember that one time when I showed up at winter camp and they started shaving kids' heads for no reason.
I remember that one time when we shot water balloons out of a water balloon launcher at winter camp.
I remember that one time when during the quarantine senior year, we all went out to the park and were throwing the football around, trying to teach Wyatt how to catch a football. Can't catch, but he can definitely throw.
I remember that one time when it was winter camp junior year, and the guys decided to pin me down and shave a cul-de-sac. That was pretty intense, big change there. But yeah, that was pretty fun. So
I remember that one time when, during winter camp, all of my group, all of my friends, my brothers in Christ, sat in this one room and shared our stories and our heartfelt moments that we had over the weekend during winter camp. It's probably the greatest time of my life.
I remember that one time when it was actually during winter camp, but our mentors and our group, we kind of got together in the cafeteria and we just kind of had a day of playing board games, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was, I got to hang out with mentors and friends, and it was just a good, fun time.
I remember that one time when in 7th grade at my first winter camp, it was snowing, and during the group time where we could do whatever we want, my group played a Nerf gun war in the snow, and Gabe shot a Nerf bullet into Dan's mouth.
I remember that one time during our 6th and 7th grade year, we were trying to learn more about the Bible. So what Stephanie would do is she'd make us jump rope and say the Bible verses, and they'd throw marshmallows at us. So I remember that.
Great. I remember that one time when we would all vent about our problems and just talk about our week or our day, and it would really bring us together.
I remember the first time when Whitney came to our group, and Stephanie was so anxious because she thought that we were going to scare her away. So she was like, you better not scare this one away because she specializes in mental health and you guys need this.
I remember that one time when Juan held a sleepover at his house just because it was a really fun time. He let us all bring our game stations and everything, and we just had a really fun time playing together for pretty much the entire night.
I remember that one time when we were going up to winter camp for the first time with our group, and my entire group was sitting on the front of the bus and everybody was just being stupid, and it was really fun because it was the first time I'd really interacted with my group.
Alright. I remember one time, it was this past August, our group woke up at 5:30 a.m. and we all just decided to just go hiking together. And our mentor Dan gave us this really beautiful sermon, and that was one of my favorite memories. I remember that one time in junior year at our winter camp when our group actually decided to talk about real things and actually have a heart-to-heart talk rather than just goofing around like we normally do at youth group on Wednesdays, and it was really nice because we don't normally get to do that kind of thing.
I remember that one time when instead of Fuse, we did our own little thing and we did silly songs with Larry karaoke.
One thing I'm anxious about after high school is maintaining, like, working, but also going to school and trying to make time for the things I like.
Time management, getting my career in line, and have enough time for other things that are important, like family and friends.
Having good roommates in college, being able to have cool guys in the dorms with me.
One thing I'm anxious about after high school is not being homeschooled anymore and going from that to ASU. So I'll still be living at home, but just please pray that I won't get lost at school.
Okay, there's like, or can I say two things? Yeah. Okay, two things. The first thing I'm anxious about is financially being able to pay for it, and the second thing is boys.
One thing I'm anxious about after high school is just being able to make the people that I care about proud of me. So,
one thing I'm anxious about after high school is probably moving out and being on my own, having to do all my own stuff.
One thing I'm anxious about after high school is probably finances for the most part. I'm not really great with managing money, so that's probably my biggest concern.
One thing I'm anxious about after high school is moving out and away from here.
Well, one thing I'm anxious about high school is definitely like being on time to classes. Yeah.
I remember when my mentor told me that a real man doesn't try to solve all of his problems himself, but that he puts his pride to the side and leans on other people for guidance.
I remember when our mentors told us their life stories, and that kind of stuck with me just because it was amazing to get to see these two grown men kind of opening up to their like life stories to just a whole bunch of random teenagers they've known for maybe 2-3 years. And it was really kind of nice and encouraging to get to hear those stories, and there's a lot of wisdom in those.
I remember when my mentor told me, stop being an idiot. And it stuck with me because I didn't want to be an idiot.
One thing my mentor told me that stuck with me was, if you're gonna be dumb, be tough. So, and that's kind of our group motto now, I guess. So,
I remember when my mentor told me that life wasn't going to be easy, and it stuck with me because it was something that I've been told so many times before, but hearing it from someone that's gotten so close to me and has become such a figure in my life.
I remember what he told me and it stuck. It was him just telling me that he was there before I actually opened up about that stuff, and that really stuck with me, and just being comfortable opening up to him.
One thing I'd like to tell my mentor is thank you for accepting me into the group.
I remember when my mentor told me that we're asked about how a big presentation had gone, even though it's been 2 weeks since I've seen her, and it stuck with me because it really showed that she cared.
Well, I guess it's not necessarily something that the exact words of what they've said to me, but kind of the theme of this year has been God has a plan for you even when you don't know it, or you don't know where your life is going. And that's been really helpful for me and I think all of us this year.
One word I would use to describe my group would probably, I just gotta say brothers, because we've grown up since 6th grade, 7th grade together, and we've been through everything. Like we talk through all our problems, we share in everything, like each other's happiness, each other's joy.
Gosh, one word to describe our group. I don't know. We're just all kind of different, so there's not really one word to describe us. There's so many different personalities and perspectives and all that, so.
Stupid. But like in a good way. So,
one word I'd use to describe my group is probably just close, because we've like kind of been together for these past 4 high school years, and I guess a bunch of years before that in junior high too. But we just kind of built a closer relationship with one another, and that's been great.
Probably gamers, to be honest. I would say supportive.
Loud.
Chaotic. One word to describe the group? Epic.
One word I would use to describe my group is loving. I'm able to say whatever I need to, and just, it's completely judgment free and everyone cares for me.
The one word I'd use to describe my group is charismatic.
Chaotic, for sure. Yeah.
Extravagant.
Extravagant.
Yeah.
Just crazy. Over the top.